Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wandering Sword. Let's go figure out what we were doing today. Alright, we were doing that. Yeah, we were helping out Luciana. You appear well versed in all the strategy classics. It's evident you've invested considerable effort. Yes, I'm Nixie. Yep. Very good indeed. I understand you come from the Lu family of Gusu. One of the four martial arts families. Your diligence and thirst for knowledge truly honor your ancestors' spirit. You're too kind, but during my self-study, I've often encountered perplexing questions. I was hoping to benefit from your wisdom. No need to rush with the questions yet. Most of your confusions are likely temporary obstacles.
Yahoo!
Hey, Grumpy! Hey, Grumpy old man. How are we doing? Let me shout you out. Old man, 1962. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Dark Reaver 40, VTuber. Likes to say he's a demon butler. Occasionally does stuff. Occasionally I'm on time to my streams. I stream every single day of the week, Monday through to... no, Sunday through to Monday. Yeah, not Sunday through to Friday, occasionally Saturday. Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah. So how was your stream? How was it? Get much done? Right now, playing some Wandering Sword, which is a really fun wuxia style RPG. Combat's kind of like Live Alive, and the graphics are absolutely stunning. Yes, eat the giant chicken. Right now we're helping this girl study military tactics. And allow me to present a few tests for you to solve. I would be delighted, Mr. Mu. Let's have a look. These chess pieces, are they modeled after Ning's army? Yes, the pieces you are using are Ning's army, categorized into different unit types based on their weapons. This test is primarily for beginners. The opponent is a common bandit group. All you need to do is apply what you've learned to defeat all enemy units. I see. This is actually one of the biggest battlefields that we've had in the game so far. Nice. Also, good morning, Squirrel. Did you have good sleeps? I've had lackluster turkey. Spears up the front, followed by the sword, then the bows. Yay, 65 streaks. I love it when you streak, Squirrel. Get over there. Yep, ginormous chessboard. And then this horse goes over here. And they're attacking. You added a 5th barrel. Oh no. Wipe out their forces. Get closer. Yay. We won. Good. Very good. It's clear your knowledge is substantial. At such a young age, it's truly remarkable. You're too generous with your praise. This sandbox's intricate design has genuinely broadened my perspective. It allows for simulations of various terrains, and the pieces are crafted with lifelike detail. It's undoubtedly exquisite workmanship. I wonder which skilled artisan created it. Well, the later ones are replicas made by our craftsmen, but the original was crafted by the head of our family, so it was Master Mu. Enough about that. Would you care to attempt the next test? I most certainly would. Ooh, you have a consult. What's your stuff? Okay, you've got some... Okay, you've got a cultivation method that I want to get my hands on, as well as your... fist techniques. But I don't have enough to earn those yet. The Jade family. Perhaps this is the first step toward realizing my dream. The enemies are Ning troops this time? The key to defeating enemies lies in understanding both sides, and knowing yourself comes first. Miss Lu, for the next two tests, I want you to take the enemy's perspective to fully comprehend today's Ning army. I see. Yeah. Alright, I've lost my archers. And I lost. Thank you for your time, Mr. Mayor. I lost. Calm yourself, think a bit more, and you'll certainly solve this test. Let's try it again. Instead, get the archers to take out the spear guy first. Get up there. Get over there. Get over there. And we attack. Another victory for me. Phew, compared to the bandits in the first test, a regular army is indeed far more formidable. As expected, bandits are largely undisciplined, unable to follow strict commands. In battle, they amount to little more than a disorganized mob. With Ning's history spanning hundreds of years, if not for internal... Bandits would pose no challenge, even for the most incompetent officials. He's right, were it not for the court's internal strife, local authorities wouldn't be so powerless against mere bandits. Well, best not to delve too deeply into state affairs during lessons. Let's proceed to the third test. Okay, I'm ready. Barricades and arrow towers. The Ning army excels in defense and constructing fortifications. When used properly, fortifications can equal the strength of an entire troop. These arrow towers have the advantage of height, with both range and power superior to ordinary archers. Barricades impede enemy movement. Any unit that approaches them will be hindered. Miss Lu, you must proceed with caution. I see. So, got 2 arrow towers in the back. Send our main force. Send cavalry around on the flanks to go for the towers. You guys are going to charge in there. And then we're going to stop. Go for the archers. Get over there. And now attack you. That was the wrong target. Attack you. bunch of times. And Shigiri. And get over there. John. And attack. And another win for me. Whistler, are you finding that what you've learned today differs from what you've read in books? Indeed, I've studied many of Ning's past battles and collected various military strategies, yet they all differ from what I've witnessed today. Well, prior to the outbreak of the Ning-Yuan War, Ning had not engaged in warfare for many years. What you've read primarily consists of accounts from the dynasty's founding era. Times change. While those records still hold reference value, they're difficult to implement in the present day. Why is that? Is it because of Ning's defeat at Lee City? Correct. After that devastating defeat, nearly all of Ning's territory north of Shanggu Pass fell, save for a few buffer zones in between. The north has always been crucial pasture land and mining territory. With those lands lost, Ning could no longer sustain the military glory it enjoyed during its founding. Cavalry, especially armored heavy cavalry. Exactly so. Forming an elite cavalry unit is now exceedingly difficult, and the costly fully armored cavalry is simply out of the question. For this reason, the current Ning military system favors infantry, and training primarily emphasizes infantry formation coordination. To compensate and to defend against Yuan's mounted forces, Ning has instead concentrated on developing various fortifications. And therein lies the source of the differences. Yes, that's right. Alright, it's getting late. Let's call it a day. I'm not tired yet. This place has such an extensive collection of books. Might I stay and read for a while? Of course. Master Mu has already instructed that you may do as you please. Just bear in mind that every day at dusk, the drill ground closes for cleaning until dawn the next day. Okay. You seem to be enjoying yourself. I'm glad you're able to find a mentor like Mr. Moon. Yeah. Very well. I'll go explore elsewhere then. Wow. What Mr. Ewan said about flowing circulation is too profound. I hesitated for just a moment, and this jade spear immediately split into two pieces. It's challenging. When I focus completely, I can maintain the energy flowing through the spear. But the moment my concentration wavers, this balance shatters. Mr. Ewan, where's Xian now? She's at the drill ground studying military tactics with a new family tutor. She was quite engaged, so I chose not to disturb her. I consider myself more of a martial artist. The study of combat arts holds greater appeal for me. I can well imagine. Mr. Ewan, regarding that flowing circulation you mentioned, are there any particular tricks? Well, I've only recently grasped this method myself, and I haven't yet figured out how to incorporate it into martial arts. But since flowing circulation is the key, we needn't necessarily begin our practice with the jade spear itself. You suggest we first practice with weapons we're familiar with, and only switch to jade spears after we've mastered flowing circulation? Exactly. This gradual approach should prove more effective. Can we set aside practice with the jade spears now? If so, gladly. You make a good point. Since we're returning to our original weapons, Mr. Ewan, how about a friendly spar? Certainly. Both demonstrate remarkable skill with spears. I was hoping to learn from your expertise. Brace yourself there. I'm not holding back. Heal yourself. That was truly invigorating. I'm simply exhausted. Mr. Ewan, that was truly impressive. It's no wonder Wu Dang accepted you as a disciple. You're too kind. Your spear techniques also rank among the finest I've witnessed. Speaking of which, your techniques seem particularly suited for battlefields. They were taught by General Yi, I presume? Yeah. Since we were both personally instructed by our father, and Yi family spear is a technique he developed himself. Yi family spear. I've heard tales of General Yi in the Outer Lands, and many consider this spear play unrivaled in power. Of course, it's my father's life's work. After joining the military, father compiled spear plays he encountered throughout his journeys, simplified them while preserving their essence, ultimately creating 8 core moves that formed the foundation of Yi family spear. Subsequently, he combined military tactics he had distilled from years of warfare with fundamental martial principles to create another 8 exquisite moves. The first 8 and the latter 8 were moves were meticulously integrated by my father, eventually forming what is now known as the 64-move Yi family spear. However, my sister and I haven't yet refined our skills sufficiently to grasp the essence of this spear play. Hey, Squid. You have no clue. Makes a lot of sense for somebody without context for this game. This is a game about being a kung fu martial artist type person. From like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or any Wuxia movie, or stuff like that. With your restless energy, it would be surprising if you had. You bear little resemblance to your father. Master Mu, what brings you here? You've been making a racket all day. I came to see how many of our jade spears you've shattered. Have you suddenly grown concerned about the cost? Why would I trouble myself over a few playthings? But they're our craftsman's work after all, so try not to force them into working additional hours. Don't worry, we've switched to our regular weapons for practice. After all, if we can't sustain flowing circulation, there's little use in wasting more jade. Good thinking. Martial training demands a methodical approach. If haste were effective, the world would overflow with masters. Wouldn't you agree? I know I get hot-headed sometimes, but that's my inherent nature and none of your business. How did your father raise such a stubborn child? You're young, but have served as vanguard in the Yi family battalion and accumulated numerous merits. By all accounts, you should be an exceptional talent. Yet your impulsive character and frequent violations of orders keep you in merely a vanguard. Were it not for these flaws, you wouldn't still be in that position. Pretending to abandon your family's spear play for those silver hammers, while secretly mastering the 64 moves even more thoroughly than your sister. You and Yi. You don't also have such a contradictory side, do you? What exactly are you trying to say? What am I trying to say? A commander who lacks strategic understanding and relies solely on personal valor is laughable at best. And the valor you depend upon is, if you ask me, worthless. Yin, Mr. Yi, please calm yourself. Why stop him? Young people should speak with their fists, and soldiers should speak with their spears. Most one-sided battle. And this is how the combat works, except this is more like a cutscene fight. Don't hurt Yin. I'm alright. Your strength far exceeds mine. You won. Yinping, let's go. Are you running away? Why, do you wish for us to leave? Nonsense. I've already said, until I depart this manor, you may stay as long as you like, and I'm a man of my words. Good. Before you leave, I will definitely teach you a proper lesson with that jade spear. Then I'd like to see you try. Master Mu, why must you be so hard on Mr. Yi? Have you heard the saying, stones from other mountains can be used to polish jade? It's a renowned passage from the Book of Songs. I learned it as a child. Then, do you understand what stones from other mountains signifies? It refers to abrasive sand used for polishing jade? Correct. Even the most exquisite jade cannot become useful without proper cutting and polishing. Yi Yun is both stubborn and stone and unpolished jade. For such a specimen, ordinary sand would prove ineffective. The fact that he didn't flee the manor in disgrace shows he knows how to learn from humiliation. That makes things interesting. We've only just made your acquaintance. Why do you place such value on us? What, worried I have sinister intentions? At Hepu Manor, we see jade, not people. Remember our agreement. If you seek answers, wait until you've fulfilled your promise. This is a book? Jade Method. Flip through the pages. This appears to be a cultivation manual, specifically focused on breath circulation techniques. Seems perfectly aligned with flowing circulation. Did Master Mu leave this for us? The Yi siblings should have returned to their rooms. Mr. Yi suffered a setback from Master Mu today and must be feeling quite dejected. But Miss Yi is looking after him. Perhaps I should wait a few days until his spirits improve before presenting him with this book. I don't think there's anything else to do today. I should probably head back to my room to rest. Can I... No, I don't have access to that book. That would be such a good move to learn. Where's my guest room? Was it the other side of the manor, of the estate? No. I'm lost. No. Maybe the main building? No. Maybe there was something inside the guest room. I am very lost. Oops. No worries, the kitchen is open to disciples and guests alike. If you're hungry, I'm always here to cook for you. The food here isn't just delicious, each dish has unique effects to help disciples train more effectively. Would you like to try something? That sounds great. What are you in the mood for? Here's your food. Yay. So I am very confused now. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going for this. Oh, there we are. Knock, knock, knock. Someone at the door? Could it be? There's no one outside. Could it be? I should check the training ground. Summoning me in the middle of the night. You're not testing my martial skills again, are you, Master Mu? Nah, I've done enough fighting with that Yi lad during the day. No fighting tonight, just drinking. Just received some new wine. Care to sample it? Sure, with pleasure. Glub, glub, glub. How curious. I don't recall Wudang disciples handling their liquor so well. Although Wudang rules don't forbid alcohol, my Shifu and other masters often caution disciples to avoid excessive drinking. Oh, and what's your story? I'm from the Outer Lands. Drinking? That came as naturally to me as breathing. Besides, this isn't Wudang. Drinking is at least less of a hassle than fighting. The Outer Lands. Are you from Yuan? I'm from Liao City. A buffer zone? Indeed. Ning doesn't govern it, Yuan doesn't govern it. Nor does heaven, nor does earth. Places without governance aren't uncommon, but places where no power claims authority, there are precious few of those. Not exactly. When either side occasionally remembers us, they'd send officials to collect taxes. So you can tell jokes after all. Elegant. This is true elegance. The night is long. Let's open a few more jars. Certainly. You shouldn't be drinking on an empty stomach. Here, the servants have prepared some snacks. That's very wise. Never drink on an empty stomach. You're always the most thoughtful, Han Mei. Don't just stand watching. Grab a cup and join us. Since when do you use cups? I thought we drank straight from the jar. That's right. I like this guy. Miao City. So that's where you're from. Then do you consider yourself a citizen of Ning or Yuan? Liao City is old Ning territory, and according to my uncle, my parents were Ning citizens. So technically I'm a Ning citizen as well, I think. But Yuan is a family name usually seen in Liao. The Northland has been lost for decades. It is no surprise that a Ning family had adopted a Yuan family name in order to survive. Probably. Uncle said as soon after I was born. My parents died in the Ning-Yuan War, so I never met them. Before that incident, I'd only rarely been inside Ning territory. To say I'm from Ning, but I actually speak Yuan's language more fluently. Half Ning, half Yuan. Those old Wudang Taoists truly accepted a peculiar disciple. I like being a Wudang disciple. At least, that's an identity I can embrace. You've asked me many questions tonight, Master Mu. May I inquire one thing in return? Ask away. You arranged for Xian to learn military strategy, and taught me and the Yi siblings flowing circulation. Why have you helped us so generously? You figured out flowing circulation yourselves, and the Lu girl went to the drill ground on her own. None of it had anything to do with me. I merely found you all interesting, so I kept you around for a few days. Remember, you have no connection to the Mu family. Alright, we've had our drinks and asked our questions. Let's all get some rest. Yes, Grandfather. Ding ding. That wine was potent. I'm feeling dizzy now. It is indeed getting late. After bidding farewell to Miss Mu, I should return to my room. Grandfather has always valued talent, but currently, our family shouldn't be connected to Jianghu. Master Mu is so unrestrained and free-spirited, and you're a great martial artist. Why must the Mu family get entangled in court affairs? Truth be told, Grandfather used to despise court politics, but in Lee City, far too many people died. Did Master Mu participate in the War of Lee City? I need to go out on an errand in a few days. If you're willing to help me, I'll share some old stories. How about that? What sort of errand? It's a secret. Alright then. Thank you. The night grows late. You should get some rest. You as well. I'll head back now. Take care. And now we rest. The following day, or several days later. I'm supposed to meet Miss Mu today. After meeting Xiana and the Yi siblings, I should go find Miss Mu. Yi, you've returned. Yeah, came to see how your studies are progressing. Your timing is excellent, Mr. Yuan. Miss Lu has become quite adept with Ning's military tactics these past few days. We were just about to shift to a new topic. A new topic? You mean... Why don't you join us for this fourth test? Yuan-san, just as I thought. Since the defeat at Lee City, Yuan has been Ning's greatest enemy. They originated from the nomadic tribes, and their battle tactics differ greatly from Ning's. Our previous practice with Ning military tactics was to know ourselves. Now it is time to know our enemy. Yuan's elite cavalry not only move as swiftly as the wind, but also possess terrifying power. Miss Lu must exercise extreme caution. I'll do my best. Go to intercept that cavalry. Bless me. Attack you there. Get over there. Stand there. And spear straight down. And attack you. And we are winning this battle. And we wait. Another victory for me. Yuan's elite cavalry is truly formidable. I barely managed to hold my ground. Yuan's rise from the north wasn't without reason, and since they've occupied the north for so long, what we just witnessed is probably far less than their true military strength. Yes, Yuan now possesses the resources to form fully armored cavalry, and over recent decades, they've acquired and incorporated many of Ning's tactics. Today's Yuan army bears little resemblance to when they first rose to power. Now, for the final test, Miss Liu. This one cannot be solved without having the mind of a commander. Are you ready? The mind of a commander. Yes, I'm ready. Who are these people in heavy armor? They are Yuan commanders. They are Yuan commanders. The Yuan people are fierce and warlike. Those who serve as commanders are all courageous warriors. A courageous commander can unite the hearts of soldiers. That's the very soul of an army. This is your chance to witness their influence on the battlefield. Yeah, check. How many turns do we need to hold? Yay! Despite having superior numbers, we couldn't mount any effective resistance. Is this truly what Yuan's army is capable of? I can't see any path to victory. You needn't rush to solve this, Miss Lu. It's getting late. You've been studying day and night for days now. Get some proper rest. Okay, I'll take my leave. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I'll attempt it again. That's the spirit. I shall be waiting here until Master Mu departs. However, Miss Lu, though you are not a Mu disciple, I should inform you of our custom. The rule stands. Those who cannot solve this final test, we won't recommend them for military service. I see. Why do you hesitate? I want to go back. Mr. Mu mentioned you've done nothing but study these past days. You should rest a while. But I worry that Master Mu might suddenly leave the manor. With how unpredictable he is, even Miss Mu doesn't know when he might depart. Aren't you perhaps being overly anxious? I simply don't want to miss this opportunity. Do you know why I was at the Chenghuan Temple that day? For Mu's Art of War, wasn't it? Yes, by then my father had already arranged the ring to find me a husband, but after hearing rumors about Mu's Art of War, I made a bet with myself. If I could find the book, regardless of how it might anger my father, I would leave Gusu to become the person I truly wished to be. But you never found the book, and so you returned to Gusu and accepted the arrangement? There are many powerful martial artists. I could defend my ring for a day or two, but not for years. Defending my ring was just my final act of defiance. But that day, you showed up. You gave me another chance. And by bringing me to the Mu family, you presented another opportunity. Never before have I been so close to the life I've always sought. Well, Mr. Mu was being tactful, but his meaning was clear to me. If I can't solve that test, it means I'm not worthy of their teachings. I fear I might squander the opportunity you've given me. Never realized saving her in Gusu could mean so much to her. Then let's solve it together. And we've got some ads, but the text auto proceeds even without my input. Together, though I know little about military strategy, if you say this opportunity came because of me, then I should at least stay by your side for this. And I firmly believe my little sister can accomplish anything. Yi. However, since this test holds such importance, it won't be easily overcome. You've been fixated on this for days. What you need most right now is proper rest. A tired, foggy mind won't serve you well in this challenge, wouldn't you agree? Yes, you're right. I'll rest properly for a few days. Once I've recovered, we'll seek out Mr. Mu again. I'll accompany you as many times as needed. If necessary, I'll hold Master Mu down and make him stay for a few more days. Thank you, Yi. Bum-ba-dum. Now we wait for... Dun, 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 dun. Wait for the ads to finish. We'll be stuck in this quest area for... Where are the siblings? Mr. Yi? Are you in there? No, neither of them is here. They weren't at the training ground either. Where could they have gone? Excuse me, sir. Have you seen the Yi siblings? I think I saw them heading towards Snow Pavilion. The Snow Pavilion? Isn't that Miss Mu-Han Mei's residence? Yes, that's where Miss lives. Thank you for telling me. You're welcome. Snow Pavilion. Did they go looking for Miss Mu? It does feel somewhat different. Would you like to try again? Of course. Then I shall not hold back. You've learned Jade Method. I know nothing of this Jade Method. This is a method for maintaining flowing circulation that Mr. Yuan suggested. Flowing circulation. Your movements now flow far more naturally than before. But it still falls a bit short in what's needed to wield the Jade Spear. And it's nowhere near sufficient to master the Yi family spear. Bum, bum. I suspected as much. What am I still lacking? How should I explain this? I believe it comes down to temperament. Temperament? Must I change my nature to succeed? It would certainly work better if you could, but changing your nature. For you it seems rather impossible. Is there really no other way, Hanmei? Well, I've never run into such problems myself. Wielding Blossom Swordplay is the martial art best suited to my nature. By following my heart, it flows naturally through me. Perhaps you simply aren't meant for the Yi family spear. We've trained enough today. Feel free to remain and rest if you wish, but I must take my leave now. Mr. Yuan, don't forget about your promise last night. I won't. Well then, there are other matters demanding my attention. Feel free to remain here if you wish. When you're free, come find me at the Manor Gate. I'm not suited for Yi family spear? She was just making a casual remark. Don't dwell on it too much. I don't know if I have the talent to grasp Father's military tactics, but can't I even master his spear play? You may act rashly at times, but it's precisely this nature that allows you to fearlessly charge forward on the battlefield. Tempering this quality slightly is fine, but if you were to completely change it, you wouldn't be the Yi Yun I know. That's right, if you became as steady as Father, I'd certainly suspect you were possessed or something. I understand the reasoning, but I can't wield the Jade Spear like this, let alone master Yi family spear. Perhaps it's merely generally Yi's spear play doesn't suit you. But viewed differently, perhaps there exists another version of the Yi family spear that would suit you perfectly. Another version of Yi family spear? That's right. The same technique, when practiced by different people, will naturally manifest variations. Just as with the Wudang masters, though they've all mastered Tai Chi, subtle differences exist in each of their styles. Ms. Mu mentioned something earlier. By following my heart, it flows naturally through me. I can't yet fully grasp the martial principle behind these words, but I believe that slight difference in temperament for martial artists isn't an obstacle, but rather a possibility. Possibility? That's deep. Since when does Mr. Yuan speak with such wisdom? That's rather difficult to comprehend. Well, honestly, I don't fully understand it either. I was merely thinking aloud. Sorry for the confusion. No, this is good. Perhaps I've actually received some profound martial wisdom. I'll go back and contemplate your words, Mr. Yuan. Once I understand them, I'd like to spar with you again. Certainly, I'd love another opportunity to test my skills against yours. By the way, Master Mu left this book. I couldn't find a suitable moment to give it to you earlier. Jade Method? Isn't that what Hanmei just mentioned? Mu Chi left this. Thank you for bringing it to us. I rushed to find Miss Mu for sparring today, and haven't trained my body yet, while there's still time. Yinping, let's head to the training ground. What? We're still training today? Train your body? Yeah, as soldiers, we just maintain our physical strength. Daily basic training cannot be neglected. Yinping, let's go. Okay. He's so eager to train. That means he's still in good spirits then. Tiana and the Yi siblings don't need my attention at the moment. Should I go see Miss Moo now? Yes. They're running in a circle. Man of your word, Mr. Yuan, as expected of a Wudang disciple. Of course, Miss Moo. Have you been waiting long? I should have arrived earlier. It's getting late now. Is there still enough time for your plans? So let's skip the formalities. If we move quickly, we should still make it in time. The cooks at Hippo Manor are used to preparing lavish meals. Coming from Wudang, you'd probably prefer something quite lighter. Let's go to Pinkang first. It's rare for me to have company for this, so I'd like to treat you to something special. Okay. Pinkang Inn. Are you planning to host a banquet here for me? If I wanted to do that, wouldn't it be easier at Hippo Manor? I simply need to make use of their kitchen. Use their kitchen. Is Pinkang Inn perhaps a business owned by the Moo family? Not exactly. We deal exclusively in the jade trade. But we do host a lot of business banquets here in Pinkang City. And after numerous banquets, you got along with the innkeeper. Exactly. Come on, let's get in. Oh, Hanmei, you're here. I thought I'd lost my favorite customer. The Moo family always visits on this day. If not me, someone else would come. Innkeeper, do you still have fava beans and yam left today? Fava beans and yam? You didn't request them in advance, did you? No, I didn't. I've brought a guest today, and it was a spontaneous idea. Oh, are you planning to prepare something special? Yes. What a shame. The kitchen has been busy preparing all the pre-ordered dishes. We don't have much fava beans and yam left. Not even a little? It's not dusk yet. Perhaps the street vendors still have some. If you don't need a large quantity, I could try to find some. Fava beans and yam. Could you find 3 portions of each? The innkeeper said there was a little left in the kitchen, so that should suffice. 3 portions? Okay, I'll be right back. Then I'll stay here and make preparations. Once you bring back both ingredients, we can enjoy this dish together. Haha, Pinkang City is bustling like it always is. If only we're not on a mission, then we could really have some fun. Right, G? I know. We are here to investigate that Mr. Lee. But to start with, we should find out where he lives, right? You've been here before, you. Do you know where he lives? I actually don't. I never met him in person, nor did I go to his place. I only went to the casino to rescue someone last time I was here. Wow, and what should we do? Pinkang City is huge. It'll take us forever to find him if we don't have any clues. Don't worry, a wealthy businessman like him must be well known in Pinkang City. Usually people come and go in the inn. It's a good place to gather intel. Also try the clinic. Experienced physicians usually know a thing or two about the households in the city. Yes, you're right. We can also ask other rich people in the city. After all, birds of a feather flock together. Sounds about right. Then let's go to these places and ask around. Maybe we can get some clues about Lee's evil deeds if we get lucky. These look quite fresh. Hanmei is still busy in the kitchen. I'll take these to her now. Thank you. It's no trouble at all. It's our fortune to have a generous and kind customer like Hanmei. Please take a rest inside. Hanmei will be out soon. Bum 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 bum. Crystal clear green, fragrant aroma. What exquisite pastries. That's a remarkable baking skill. These jade bean cakes look so tempting that I've been inclined to try one myself. Then by all means, help yourself to a piece. Well then, if you insist. Dun dun. Please go ahead and, Mr. Yuan, do try some as well. Finally, I've been tempted the moment they were served. Munch, munch, munch. I've been an innkeeper for many years and met countless pastry chefs. Yet no one could make bean cakes with such remarkable flavor. There's a smooth, delicate texture, the fresh aroma of fava beans, the mellow fragrance of yams, plus a hint of milkiness. These three scents don't compete, but rather enhance one another. Bean cakes naturally possess an elegant taste. Too little sweetness makes them bland, too much overwhelms the main flavors and becomes cloying. These have just the perfect sweetness. I don't believe a single bit could be added or reduced. I'm glad they've turned out so well. I didn't know your culinary skills would be so... Oh my, I'm at a loss for words. Yeah, you've been hiding such talent, Hanmei. Please, have some more. I made plenty. There's still enough in the kitchen. Well, it's all thanks to you that I've tasted such a fine pastry today. This is a long-ass quest line. Was life at Wudang so harsh that you would compete for even half of the last bean cake? Not just at Wudang, but even during my time at Hepu Manor, I never tasted food that could rival these bean cakes. Are they really that good? Without question. Have you never cooked for others before? I have, but only for other family disciples. They're used to flattering me, so I never took their praise seriously. Now, hydrate. Ugh, that tasted awful. Ugh, that water was disgusting. It's a pity I can't offer you more. Had I known, I would have made more. Now, I can share this jade bean cake recipe with you, then you can make it them yourself when you have time. Without your skillful hands, even following the recipe, my attempt would surely fall short. At the manor, I never lacked flattery. That's why I chose to live alone in the Snow Pavilion.
Yahoo!
Hey, Omega! Hello! Hello, Raiders! How are we doing today? Oh. How's Baldur's Gate 3 going for you? Getting your ass kicked. Still alive. Nice. But welcome everybody, I am Dark River 40, Demon Butler VTuber guy, likes playing RPGs and other video games. Right now we're about to finish up Wandering Sword for the day. And then I will be back again tomorrow. But for now we're still finishing up. Still stuck on this quest line. It's still going. It's getting late. Should head to our next destination or it will be pitch dark soon. Where do we need to go? Let's leave Pinkang first. Just follow me. Yay. Alrighty. Where the hell am I? I didn't know there was this cemetery near Pinkang. There's so many tombstones arranged one after another. I wonder how many there are. About 3,000, I think. 3,000? Each tombstone bears dozens of names, some with over 100. And that means... Now there are truly so many people buried here. There certainly wouldn't be enough space. Most of those are empty graves. Some with a few cherished items from the deceased's life as a small token of remembrance. This tombstone. Right Army Commander Mu Yi. Right Army Deputy Commander Mu Feng. Generals, lieutenants, soldiers. Over 80 names are carved on this stone, all military soldiers and all bearing the surname Mu. This tombstone was erected 30 years ago. Could it be... This cemetery stands for those who fell in the War of Lee City. Over 30 years ago, the Ning army suffered a crushing defeat here. 300,000 Ning soldiers were buried in foreign soil, never to return home. Though they eventually halted the Yuan army's advance at Shuanggu Pass, Ning permanently lost all territory north of it. Afterwards, the previous emperor issued an edict acknowledging his fault and built this memorial cemetery. Yet, he visited only once, and the current ruler hasn't come at all. The Mu family originally didn't have many members. Most names on the stone belonged to orphans we adopted. Some were orphans from the army with no one to care for them, so my grandfather took them in. Those willing adopted the Mu surname, while the reluctant ones we found good families to take them. To my grandfather, once you carried the Mu name, you were family. So I ended up with many brothers and sisters. Master Mu is an admirable man. You see? It's a shame he never comes here himself. Why is that? Because my grandfather, Mu Chi the Jade Hands, was behind the War of Lee City. The war was intended as a northern campaign to reclaim the strategic locations of Valley of Dragon Slumber and Longmen Canyon, exploiting Yuan's unstable foothold in Linchang. My grandfather planned it all, but when the northern campaign forces departed, He was falsely accused of enemy collaboration and stripped of all his positions. How could such a thing happen? The Mu family were merchants. Them being in court was already considered an imperial favor. How could they be permitted to gain military glory as well? Ironically, the person who replaced my grandfather in the expedition used the very strategies and formations he had devised. When Master Mu prepared those strategies, the northern campaign hadn't even begun. Following them, wasn't that armchair strategizing? Did Master Mu leave court because of this? Now that we've paid our respects, we should head back. The supplies I asked the innkeeper to prepare today will go to the families of the fallen. So many people. Can you truly watch over them all? We're a family of mortals, not gods. Of course we can't do everything. We simply do what we can with what strength we have. Yay. Alright, but that's all the time I've got for today. Alrighty. This quest is going on and on and on and on and on. And once it's done, that'll be good. Can do some more stuff later. Alrighty, friends. That's all the time I've got for today. So, yeah. I will be back again tomorrow with Dragon's Dogma 2. Should theoretically be able to get through all the remaining side quests that I currently have access to. Hey, Inogod. And tomorrow is also Edge of Eternity. And I think I have no idea where I am in that story. That game is so fucking confusing. I think I'm somewhere close to the middle of the game. But yeah, that's not important right now. Alright. So, let's go raid somebody, shall we? Who is living? We've got... let's have a look. Let's go no luck. Okay, Fricks. Thank you everyone for joining me. I appreciate you all stopping by, hanging out, chilling. I hope to God I finish at least the one more game this year. But yeah, we should be. Yeah, I think we'll finish Dragon's Dogma next week. Or maybe the week after. Alright. Anything else? No. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow with Dragon's Dogma 2 and Edge of Eternity. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. I love you too, Squirrel.